George, people, welcome. Welcome to my YouTube channel. And I want to read you something. Welcome to the live chat. Remember to guard your privacy. People, no matter where you go online, if it's YouTube, Facebook, remember to guard your privacy. And go and abide by our community rules. What is my rules? As you all know, I run this God's YouTube channel. No cussing, no arguing, no hate crimes. Don't tell me you're gay. It's 77 degrees outside right now. Don't tell me you're gay because that'll start a fight. No sexual harassment. No putting women down. You know, that's what it's for. My YouTube channel is different from other people's YouTube channel. Thank you. Thank you. Charge people, come to my YouTube. Give me a thumbs up, hit the subscribe bell, watch my other videos. There's some videos for first time home buyers, as I'm one. And take you through the steps of buying a house that I went through years ago. Try to help you out. Stay in school, get your education, go to college or a trade school. If you like to fly airplanes or helicopters, join your armed forces. Now, you don't have to pay any money to learn how to fly a helicopter or a jet. So that's like I'm early tonight. Charge, people. Charge to my YouTube channel. I want to thank the new subscribers and the people who has donated to my YouTube channel through PayPal, Cash App. I hate these stupid ear things. You know, I want to thank you all that watch the video with this Troy Bill rider I got the other day. So you all has helped me out. And I want to thank you all that has donated through PayPal, Cash App. You all helped me get that new rider lawnmower and that chipper or whatever you want to call it. So, first thing I want to do, since there's new people that might pop in here tonight, I hope she does. I want to say hi to Kelly, Lisa, and a very good looking young lady named Hope. She's a good looking lady. I even asked her to go out. She kind of let me down because she said I was too old. Age is just a number, Hope. Age is just a number. I don't want no sugar mommy. I'm not going to be a sugar daddy. Hope you got my phone number and you got some other things. You know where I live. And she's a very sweet young lady. I don't think she would drive, she's probably about 100 miles from me, give or take a little. I'm not sure. I might have to look it up on the map. But she is a good looking girl. I believe she got blonde hair and maybe sweet blue eyes. And some of you think, what do we have in common? You know, she could be in her 20s or 30s. I'm not going to tell you her age because ladies like to keep their age a secret. I don't blame them. But I want to say hi to Hope in case she watches this video later. And this is to Pepsi people. Pepsi Zero. See, it's not open. And I got to, you know, if Hope was my girlfriend, I don't ever expect her to be my girlfriend. I can see her point. I'm an old man in my 70s on a fixed income. She got a good job, which I ain't gonna say, because I keep my word. Just like the people who has donate through PayPal, Cash App, or my post office box. But let me throw my PayPal account in there. It's Thomas Cartwright Sr. SR for senior. And the Cash App is the $ Tom Cartwright 4375. If you want to send me gift cards or stuff like that through the U.S. mail, it's Tom Cartwright at Post Office Box 1, Charlestown, Indiana. I don't make no money on YouTube because you know the rules of YouTube. 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. They cut it down half. 500 subscribers, 2,000 watch hours. And I could use the extra money to help me out. No, there's things I like to do, people. And is put a new roof on my house. It's a metal roof, but not the regular metal. They got metal that looks like shingles. That's what I like to do. So I want to welcome everybody. I'm on OBS right now. I'm sorry I didn't make it on here last night because my back is still hurting. Is because I show you I cut the grass, picked up tree limbs, cut some tree limbs up, and I'm hurting. And yes, people, I got my socks on to let you know. Oh, I got my socks on. I know some of you, you know, complain. You all says I talk about the same thing every night. You know, but since I wasn't on here last night, I couldn't tell you that I'm still sore. My back's like killing me. And I want to let you know, you all know back a year ago when the ex-sheriff got arrested here in Clark County, Indiana, Jamie Noe, other people was involved, his wife and daughter. And the ex-sheriff of Scott County, I think his name was Kenny Hubanks from Scott County, Indiana. He got arrested this in the last 2 weeks and post bond. And I think his wife, she's a vice president of the Scott County Council. And they're in trouble because the special prosecutor and the judge don't take no bull crap. That's how come I got to get on StreamYard and show you some videos of Jamie Noe, who got I guess 15 years in prison. It's not over yet for him because the feds is looking into him. Scotty Maples, who is the sheriff now, and so I want to welcome everybody. And let's see what else happened here in Clark County and Scott County and Floyd County. Man, the cop picking ear. See these stupid things, people. I hate these. The other ones I had a little hilt in it. It stays in your ear. I got my electric bill today, $130. It dropped $70. And I don't know why it's over $100. No heat, no air condition. I just don't understand how come my electric bill's so high. I might have to get my push mower out with the back catcher on the back of it and pick that extra tall grass up. I did take some cat litter out and those tars I've showed you out there. I filled them out, put some potting soil in it, packed it all inside, make sure it was full. Then I put some flower seeds and put some more potting soil over it. And then I planted some sunflower seeds. I like to take care of the birds. And I got to find some more seeds and stuff for the hummingbirds where they can get their food. Will Sherry be on here tonight and Joanne? I don't know. And people, I know abuse is going on this planet in the United States, either by your children or husbands or boyfriend abusing the women, and it has to stop. I know this one. I was watching a report. I'm not going to say what report. This kid, I don't know, probably 20s, 30s, he's off in the head. The family won't have him committed. He's crazy. He's abusive to his mom and dad. He's at the point, since I'm 70 years plus, I've seen it in my lifetime that he's gonna kill somebody. Maybe his mother or father or his kids. That's how crazy he is from what I've seen on the internet. Can you believe everything on the internet? No, you can't. And you see on TV life insurance. I forget which company it is for 9.95 or 9.99. That is stupid, people. $500 life insurance for 9.99 a month. You seen it on your TV. You call them and you find out that's what that 9.95 or 9.99 a month you see advertised on TV. It's only a $500 life insurance policy. It's not worth it to get a $10,000 or $20,000 life insurance. It's going to cost you uh, about $500 a month. Just think about it. Do your homework. Ask questions. You know, if it's too good to be true, there's something wrong. I don't know what the old saying is. If it's too good to be true, be wary. You all seen it on TV the past week or so, maybe longer. And they charge you by the, I guess, in units. 5,000, 20,000. It's going to cost you $400 to $500 a month for life insurance. So be wary of what you see advertised on TV. You got car warranties out there and homeowners warranty. Be wary of them. When I first bought this house, I got this home warranty. I can't remember the name. It cost me about $75 for the technician to show up on my hot water heater. Then the homeowner insurance said about 300 and some odd dollars. See, it's a ripoff. You got to read the fine print. You know, they take advantage of you. You know, if you want to get uh, car warranty or homeowners warranty, maybe you check with your insurance company where you get your car insurance or your homeowners insurance, and they should know. But be wary of home warranties. Now the other thing fell out of my other ear. I'm going to have to break down and find me something and get rid of these stupid things that don't stay in your ears. I don't know if I got a hole in my ear or what it is, but I want to thank you all for joining me. I want to say hi to Hope in case Hope is on here. She's a very good looking young lady. My daughter would be pissed off. She wants one, it's probably 50 years old, 60 years old. I'm not choosy. I take a 21 or 25-year-old. I'm not going to be a sugar daddy. I don't expect you to be a sugar mommy. You know, I just want some company. I don't care about the three-letter word. I don't care about having kids at my age because you got to think of it. My age and the mother's age, when a kid, gets in school and you go to school, they're going to say, "Is that your grandpa?" And the kid said, "No, that's my dad and my mom." It'd be hard for a kid to go through something like that. But beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. Like I say, I want to say hi to Hope, Lisa, and Kelly, all good looking ladies. Now it's 10:16, people. I've been on here 22 minutes. And it's Good Friday. It's Good Friday. And kids, be good. If you see bunny rabbits out in your yard, they're helping the Easter bunny to find out if you're good kids. So you have to be good because the Easter bunny got helpers out there. You see those bunnies hopping around in your yard. They tell the Easter bunny if you're good or bad boys or girls. And Sunday is Easter. It's Easter here in the United States. But today is Good Friday. Who celebrates Good Friday? So I want to welcome you all. I know sometimes I'm bored, you know, but this Hope, she's very smart. She's smarter than I am. I got to take a bath. I got to shave tonight. Now I got to take the razor to my arm where I can put this new sensor on for my type 2 diabetes. As you all know, I had 4 heart attacks. I got high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, arthritis. I think it's all. I take 10 to 15 pills a day. I think I take blood pressure medicine, but I don't know which one does what. I know metformin is the diabetes medicine. That I know. I don't know what other medicine I take for or what they for. I know I take aspirin to help me on my heart, you know, but I want to thank you all. Hello, 709. Happy Good Friday in the Providence of Canada. God bless you up there in Canada. And people, tomorrow is Saturday. I might go to the cell barn. It depends when I wake up, 'cause the other day when I cut the grass and pick up the tree limbs that's bending over, cutting up some tree limbs with a saw. My back is still killing me. That been, I think, 2 days ago, and I'm still sore. I'm having problems getting out of bed. I want to soak in the tub, but I wish I had the money to get me one of those walk-in tubs, but I don't have the money. The insurance company never got back with me because I think they would pay for it, but they never got back to me. It been over 3 months, and I wish I had the money to get me a rotary tiller, a rear drive rotary tiller. But man, you see what them things cost? Over $600. I like to get a Troy built because it's more heavy duty. You looking at over $1,200, and I ain't got. If I had a girlfriend who has money, I wouldn't ask her because I like to have a garden this year. I did find me some white radishes. I'm gonna plant them this year, but I gotta have a rotary tiller. Man, me taking a shovel, turning the dirt over like my grandpa Roberts used to do, 'cause he was from Orleans, Indiana. But old Hope, she's a real good-looking young lady, blonde hair. I guess maybe blue eyes. I'm just guessing on her eyes color. She's real smart, good looking. She'll kill somebody like me, but she'll keep me in line, you know. She might get me stop dipping probably. I don't know. But also your kids that will watch this later. I want to make a point. If you're a straight A student, parents, I'm talking to you too. If you're a straight A student in school, boys or girls, and you got other kids that's in your class that don't do that good, maybe C's, D's, and F, help them out. Help them out. Because one day, the person you help out today or Monday or, this school year, they might become a VIP, a very important person. They could be a judge or a lawyer, doctor, mayor, governor, president, vice president, congressman, senator. They're not going to forget you. I want you all look up Howard Hughes. He was a millionaire, probably a billionaire. And this is old black and white movie. He got picked up. He was hitchhiking, Howard Hughes did. He was dressed like a bum. What I remember of the show. I want to show you this flag who is believing gun rights. It's an M16 on this rebel flag. And you read it. It's a come and take it. It's not a racist flag. That's how come I bought this, people, because it has the M16 on it. And it says, come and take it for you people who believe in gun rights. And another thing I'm mad about, if you read the Constitution, you have the right to bear arms. There's nothing in the Constitution that convicted felons cannot have a gun. It's your state and your federal government says you cannot have a gun. if you're a convicted felon and you go out and kill your deer, bear, or whatever you go out hunting for, you can get arrested and time in jail. You trying to take care of your family. No, because did we vote? When they changed the Constitution, people, the way I remember from history class, that they have to put it on the ballot and we, the people, has to vote on. I don't remember it coming up on the ballot for we, the people, to vote for. I don't know what the laws is in the province of Canada, 'cause they do hunt up in Canada, moose, and bears, and I don't know what else they hunt. But maybe 709 can tell me what the Canada law is on convicted felons having guns, since it ain't part of the United States. But I think all citizens, that says the right to bear arms in our Constitution. I read that from the first thing in the Constitution to everything since it. I have not read anything in the Constitution that felons cannot have a weapon. Like here in Indiana, for when I read on Indiana law, it's the IC code. Convicted felons can have a gun, but it has to be a black powder gun. That's the only kind of gun you can have is a black powder gun, unless they change it in the last year or so. But every state is different. But we, the people, for them to change the Constitution, they have to bring it up for a vote. And we, the people, we have to vote on it as a Constitution amendment. That never has happened. God bless me, people. So, I think we should have the legal right to have a gun. Convicted felons should have the right. Say you're married and you got kids. Somebody breaks in your house and they're going to kill you. You have the right to defend your family. But if you kill them with a gun, you're going to get arrested because you're a convicted felon. That might be something that happened when you're 16, 18 years old, maybe a drug offense. You know, it's you're a felon. You know, but the federal government made a law. The states made a law that convicted felons cannot have a pistol or a rifle or a shotgun. And that needs to be changed. If somebody broke in my house threatening to kill me like that, if I had a gun, I would kill them. And you, as a father or a mother, somebody breaks in your house, gonna rape your kids or kill you all, you have the right to defend yourself. Even if you're a convicted felon, you have this right to protect your family. You know, some of you says I'm talking about the same thing. I never talked. I don't know. This is the second time I talk about gun rights. That's how come I got that back there. With the problems I got here living in the country is raccoons. I like to get a gun and go bam, kill them raccoons. They killed my chickens and my rooster. I love Harry. He'll crow at 5 o'clock in the morning. If me or my son was to leave, he'll crow like, "Bye, Daddy. I see you when you get back home." When we get back home, he would crow like, "Welcome back, Daddy. I miss you." You know, but I miss him. But I want to build a better chicken coop. Heavy duty wire. You know these pet cages you get for your dog, those big, it got heavy duty wire about the size of your pinky. That's what you need to put around your hen house and fix that where you got boxes where you can open it from the outside and have fresh eggs because the eggs you have at your Ponderosa is better than what you get in the store. Because you know what you feed your chickens at home: tomatoes, corn, watermelon, cantaloupe, fruit, grapes, pears, stuff like that. You know what you feed those chickens. But you can look and read on the internet where your eggs come from that you buy in the grocery store. They feed them medicine food, like penicillin and stuff like that. That's how come people won't eat eggs because it has medicine in it to keep the chickens well, in case you didn't know that. And you people can your own food because it's better for you if you can your own food because you know what you put in your garden to fertilize it. Like my grandpa, God rest his soul, he's up in heaven, is Grandpa Homer Roberts from Orleans, Indiana. What he did for fertilizer, like your potato peels, eggshells, stuff like that. He had a hole dug and he put that in his garden for fertilizer. And when he rakes his grass, he put grass clippings in it and leaves and buried the leaves. Since he was a fisherman, he would put fish stuff in it. Or he goes out hunting for squirrels and stuff. He put the guts and everything in the garden. Coffee grounds, natural fertilizer. I learned that from my grandpa Roberts. And if you're a trained person, you probably heard of the Monon train that goes, it went from, I guess, Louisville, New Albany at the train depot. From there, it went from New Albany to Salem, Indiana. If you want to get off of Salem, you can go there. Or after Salem, it goes to Orleans, Indiana. That's where I got off to see my grandma and grandpa. It's only a couple of blocks from where they live from that train station there in Orleans, Indiana. Oh. But where is everybody tonight? Oh, cinnamon? I think they overdid cinnamon. One or two pieces, it'll burn your mouth. Maybe that's why they quit making that cinnamon candy. Some of it was hot. I miss it. I smell it.
Yeah, I think they overdid the cinnamon.
Oh, that is strong. Ooh, boy.
I told you they overdid the cinnamon.
Look at here, people. Little cinnamon drops. My son got that one from Amazon?
They
eBay. He said it came from eBay.
all away from
Did
him.
you get it yesterday or today?
It came today in the mail.
Okay,
She
it
got
came today. I forgot. You know, when you get old like me, people, you forget about it. But let's see if it's hot.
they overdid the cinnamon.
I like cinnamon candy.
No more than one piece.
They don't seem hot. Maybe it takes a few minutes. But
I had two pieces in there at the same time. About orange.
they don't they don't seem hot. Not yet.
Well, I crunched mine up, and I had two, three pieces in there, so I think that multiplied it.
And people, as long as you're good on my YouTube channel,
You're fired!
that's what happened to you. You get fired. If you start a YouTube channel, people, you want to make sure when you choose a moderator, they got two moderators. You got one and two. You want to start out with number two. Number one, it gives the moderator more control of your YouTube channel. But since I'm the owner, I can overrule them. I had this kid at the time. I didn't know he was about 12 or 13 years old. Computer hacker. He don't like women. He don't want women as moderators. He would do when I asked him to. I had this one woman tell me I was good looking. He blocked her from my YouTube channel. Since you YouTubers helped me get this new laptop, it's not one I wanted, but you all want me to be on a computer where I control everybody. God bless you all. And like I say, my time I try to make it an hour on here. And I still feel like I've been ran over by a Mack truck. That's how my back feels. And my back is still hurting. Like I say, what was it? Maybe Wednesday? I cut my grass with that new Troy built lawnmower. It's less than 5 years old. And I pick up some tree limbs. I cut some tree limbs and I dumped it back there on my brush pile. And I'm not supposed to be lifting anything. A gallon of milk is too heavy for me. Even a 5 gallon gas can with 5 gallons in it is too heavy for me to lift. It don't seem hot. I just got one in my mouth, people. Here's something I want to throw out to you good looking ladies. In case your boyfriend or husband or girlfriend or whatever, I'm throwing you a kiss. Hello, Sherry. Hell, my back is still killing me. You know, I feel like I've been ran over by a freight train. I think one of my female cats, I think it's Kelly, I think she had babies yesterday, I think. I don't know if January had her baby yet. But I did work in the flower bed. You know, when I take my tires off of my car and put new ones on, I get my tires back. I use that for my flower tar, put dirt, cat litter, potting soil. I make it into my flower bed. I recycle my tars that way. If it's legal or not, I don't know. And I'm hoping that this good looking lady, Hope, subscribes to my YouTube channel. She's cute. I'm not gonna, she could be in her 20s or 30s. I said, what if we go out and, you can guess, well, you too old. Age is just a number. Age is just a number, people. But she lives here in Indiana. I'm not going to say we're in Indiana. I say she probably lives within 100 miles of me, give or take a little. Now, I saw that today, but I didn't get no email, so I don't know if it's the ghost doing it again or what. Tomorrow it could be 517 again, like I said, I want to thank everybody and hope if you subscribe to me, God bless you. That way you can learn all about me, what I'm about. I know you live far, in Indiana, good looking. If you see the way my house is right now, you probably shoot me. There's things that I can't do, you know, and I'm trying little by little. I can only do so much a day. If it's heavy, I hurt my back, then I have to take a couple of days off. People, I need you all to help me to get my watch hours up. As I've explained to you, 1,000 subscribers, people, you need 4,000 watch hours. They cut it in half. 500 subscribers, you need 2,000 watch hours. That's how come I try to keep my show an hour. I get more people watching my short videos, 5 minutes, 3 minutes, and all of that. Like on my riding lawnmower, I think it was maybe 10 minutes. I got over 300 views. That's only at probably 10 or 15 minutes category. When I done that wreck the other day at 356 31 Leota Road, I probably got about maybe 40, give or take a little, maybe 30 to 40. I know that is funny. And people, I don't want to see anybody get abused. A kid, parents, grandparents get abused. If your kids or grandkids hurt somebody or try to kill themselves, I've seen it. They're going to hurt somebody. I know you don't want to call the law. I've seen it. Even around where I live, I see kids that abuse their parents or their brothers or sisters. Let's see, what was it? Today's Friday. Maybe it was Monday or last week. A guy killed his brother. I don't know what it was over. It was in New Albany, Indiana. What happened? He killed his brother. But you people out there, if it's your grandkids or your daughter or your son, they need help. They need help before they hurt you, grandpa, grandma. You know, they gonna hurt somebody. And I know here in Indiana, you commit them for you go to court, they commit you for, I think, 42 hours or 72 hours. That's not enough time in the mental hospital. You need 30 days to a year in a mental hospital to get help. Maybe it's drug abuse or, you know, or they think, as a kid, I thought I was abused. Compared to today's standards, I was abused, but I wasn't perfect when I was a kid. I got my butt blistered. I don't know how many times. I deserve it. But when somebody out there try to kill themselves, if it's a child or an adult, they need help. Get them some help. If it's a wife or a husband, your son, your daughter, your grandkids, they need help. You don't have to listen to them. But when you get my age of 70, people, I have seen it. You don't have to believe me. I know you all love your kids. You love your kids. You stand by your kids. But if they need help, you need to get them some help. I don't care where you are on this planet. You need to get them some help. I've seen it. I've seen too many people that killed themselves over stupid things, or they get abused in school by a bully. And they get tired of getting bullied in school. They kill themselves because they get bullied and nobody will help them. But when you have a child, boy or girl, or whatever, or grandkids that try to kill themselves, and they said mother and dad or grandpa them was all crazy. They abused them, this and that. They need help, people. I know there's a whole lot of people that watches this YouTube channel. And ladies, it's not your fault that your husband or your boyfriend is abusing you. It's not your fault. It's just not your fault. Thank you for clapping and cheering. Well, there ain't too many people on here tonight. I try to make it an hour. I covered everything about abuse, kids helping kids in your class. If you're a straight A student, help the kids that's in your class that make maybe C's, D's, and F's. Because one day, by you helping the kids that's in your class, they're going to be a VIP. They're not going to forget you. You know, I don't want you. That's what I want you to do. God wants you to help them out. And I want to throw a sponsor in there. They didn't ask me to do it. It's Lincoln City Gifts. Lincoln City Gifts. Go on your search engine, type in Lincoln City Gifts. They got hoodies, they got sweatpants, they got all kinds of stuff. I want you to go to their website, look them up, and see what they got. They sent me a hoodie and a jacket without a hoodie and sweatpants. Well, I done a little work in a flower bed, filling those tars up with dirt, reused cat litter and potting soil, planted some more flowers and sunflower seeds. Let's see if I get a green thumb. Oh, these cop picking SOBs. He'll want to make me cry. That's what it wants to make me do. But remember, people, today is Good Friday. Remember, Sunday is Easter. And kids, behave yourself. If you look out in your yard, you see those little bunnies hopping around. They're keeping an eye on you. They tell the Easter bunny if you're good or bad, just like Santa Claus. Santa Claus is keeping an eye on you. That's what those little bunny rabbits that's hopping out there in your yard this time of the year and all summer long. Hello, Yoakum. Yes, I got my socks on. I've always got my socks on. Yeah, it's Foot Friday. And It is, Sharon. You know, you could say they pay me by sending that stuff to me. I try to throw it in there every once in a while. Will they give them a discount? Said I heard it from Tom Cartwright 43.75 on YouTube. I don't know, but you can tell them, say, I heard it on YouTube from Tom Cartwright on 43.75. He told me about your website. They might give you maybe 5%. I don't know. I don't have nothing to do with it. They did not tell me to do it. But since they was real nice people, I decided to throw in Lincoln City Gifts. You can look Lincoln City up on the internet. It's a nice town, Lincoln City is. They got some old fire trucks and I think old engines and caboose in Lincoln City. A good visitation place to visit if you take a vacation. Also, people, if you happen to go down south to Benton, Arkansas, go to bobjoyce.org and it gives you directions to his church. What time church service starts. You got to get there early to get you a good seat. And they got Bob Joyce have CDs that he's singing on. You know, he got a beautiful voice. I'm gonna have to get me better earplugs. I don't think Walmart got one I want or anything like that. I'll probably have to go down to Target and Clarksville, but I'm not going that way. I ain't gonna make a special trip to go down there just get those earplugs. Oh, I can get something like regular earphones that go over my ears and plug in with that small stereo plug. I could probably do that. But I still want to say hi to Hope if she's on here. I don't know. But she's a very nice, good looking lady. Because I told her I'd be on here about 10 o'clock tonight. I'm not going to say where she works because I don't know where she works. And, but she is a good looking lady. I would love to have her as my girlfriend. I would love to. She's smart on computers and cell phones and stuff like that. You know, that's one I need. Somebody that can help me out on YouTube, get my watch hours up and stuff like that. You know, but she's a very good looking lady. My daughter would probably kill me, which I don't care. She's younger than my daughter, but that's okay. Do I want any more kids at my age? I don't think I can handle kids now. I probably have a heart attack if I had kids, especially when they get in their terrible twos. But I always ask the girl, before I got married, you gonna bottle feed it or breastfeed it? I said bottle feed. None of my kids was breastfeed. I like to have one kid. What? Okay, come on. Let me hold you up. Let everybody see you. Okay. Pe- People, this is John Wayne. See, this is John Wayne. He's the oldest tomcat, maybe 8 to 10 years old. He's a good boy. I got him a flea collar and put it on him. But people, when you go to the bathroom and you put the toilet seat down, he'll come a running and jump on your lap. And you want to make sure you got your britches up above your knees where he can get up there and lay down with you and get this load. But people, I love kitty cats. If it wasn't for my cats, I'll probably be dead now. And ain't that right? Huh? But he knows when I feel bad. Just like in my bedroom, I got 7 kitty cats, all female kitty cats. And sometimes they want to get married. You all know what I'm talking about there. And I don't want no more babies. It costs me a lot for dry cat food. I bought four cans of big cat food at the dollar store. It was about $1.65, 85 for a big can of cat food. Hey, Sherry said hello, John Wayne. But his brother was the same color when who had the babies last? Maybe it was Margaret. She had her babies. John Wayne and Tiger both was in the closet. When them babies was born, they was giving them a bath, cleaning the afterbirth off, stuff like that. And they took care of them. They stayed right in there with Margaret for 2 days, and after the 2 days, they wanted out, so they came out here. Everybody loves kitty cats. I know some people that let kitty cats in the house when they was young. They jumped in bed. I guess they got underneath the blanket. They done number one on this person's leg, and they had to change the bed sheets and change their pajamas because the kitty cat wee wee on them. But people, I love kitty cats. If I had a dog, usually about 2 o'clock in the morning, your dog wants to go out and use the bathroom, just like a human baby. About 2 o'clock in the morning, they want to get fed. Kitty cats, they just use the cat box. Ain't that right, Johnny? You got your motor turned on? Huh? You got your motor turned on, John Wayne? Let me bring my camera down a little bit where they can see this pretty boy. No, I know you all love kitty cats. You love doggies. You know, yeah. If I had a girlfriend, she can't. I hope she ain't allergic to kitty cats, 'cause then we wouldn't get along. My tough luck, I wouldn't know how these kitty cats would act if I had a girlfriend. Probably be jealous. Well, people, I be on here probably Sunday if Bob Joyce would be on there bringing the church service. That'd be 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That'd be about an hour of his church service. He's always got a good church service. And Monday, don't expect me to be on here. 'Cause thanks to a TV show from Canada, they call it Hudson and Rex. It's a police show with a German Shepherd named Rex, which his real name is Diesel. Diesel died over a month ago because of cancer. And this lady, she trains that dog. Because Rex had a whole bunch of brothers. And those German Shepherds is very smart doggies. What if you ever watch Hudson or Rex? I don't know what TV channel it's on in your area. You can look it up, and it's a great show. It takes a lot to train those dogs to do what they do. No matter his name was Diesel, they always called him Rex. Oh, be careful with your claws. I'm not a piece of wood. He is, John Wayne likes to lay on me. If I go to the bathroom and sit on the toilet, he'll be right up on my lap or my son's lap. I wouldn't know how he would act if I had a girlfriend. I wouldn't think he would get jealous. He would just want more love. Because, like in the morning time, I give him some dry cat food. I give him some milk. He's right there by his milk bowl. Daddy, give me some milk. When it gets supper time, he wants some more milk. So I give him some milk and some canned food. He likes that canned food. He began to put weight on, but man, that wet canned cat food, it's expensive. Ain't that right, John Wayne? Be easy with those claws. You can hurt Daddy. I think I took my medicine this morning because I usually take it at night, but I've been taking, and I got one pain pill left, and they have to send the doctor a request to refill that. So I just got one pain pill. You know, if I take one of my son pain pill, it'll knock me out for about 20 some odd hours. and I don't need anything like that. I should have stopped and got me some gummy bears at the smoke shop today. I didn't do it. I did get me a couple lotto tickets. So, but I might go to the sale barn tomorrow. It depends. When I wake up, hello RM, how you doing? Welcome tonight, RM. I guess you've been working hard today, or you work later on tonight. I don't know. I can't keep up with your work schedule. And people, you see RM in there, go to his YouTube channel. Help him get his subscribers up. Help him get his watch hours up. That's what we about, people. We are YouTube family, not blood family. We YouTube family. We help each other out. You know, I guess when I get my 2,000 watch hours, I guess YouTube will let me know. I don't know how it works. They said we let you know when you get this and that, but I should be close to 2,000. I look on my cell phone. I don't know how to read all this bull crap. I'm not smart. Okay, you just got home. And, you know, RM works real hard at his job. And I believe he's in the medical field. I'm not sure. It's up to him to tell you what kind of job he has. I think he might be a male nurse. Because we do care about you people on YouTube. That's what YouTube family is about. We help each other out. Just like my YouTube channel is not like everybody's YouTube channel. And, some people buy subscribers, some buy their watch hour. It's cheating. I'm trying to earn mine the honest way. You all can give me ideas. I like to have a Kubota tractor, but I don't have the watch hours. I don't have the subscribers. They won't give me a Kubota tractor to play with in my yard, you know, because I don't have the subscribers and I don't have the watch hour. But I like to have a Kubota tractor with a bucket. They call it Quick Connect on the front with grappling hooks and a backhoe. I can move dirt around or I can dig a hole. I like to dig a hole where I got my fire pit. Make it deeper and stuff like that. That way I can have more in it, you know. But that's okay. I leave it up to God because God will help me out, people. And I don't know if Hope been on here tonight or she watched anything. Maybe where Hope worked, maybe they can sponsor me. you know, Free advertisement, but I don't know where she works at, phone number, so I can't say where she works at or what field she's in. I would love to have hope for my girlfriend, but I can always dream, I can always dream. Ain't that right, Johnny? So, Daddy, you can dream. You can't get in trouble when you dream. I wish you would be holding on with your claws. I'm glad I got my shirt on. Always got to put my shirt on because, women can't get on YouTube if they don't have a shirt on. To me, that's discrimination. But men can walk around without their shirt on. Lordy, that's bad. Them cold blues, people, if you see TV shows, hospital shows, when they give a cold blue, you know what that means. I guess all hospitals has cold blue throughout the United States. I guess outside the United States, I think they use cold blue too. Yeah, but when you work, you have to work. You can't spend time on YouTube and well, when you're a nurse or a doctor, you don't get that many breaks, especially if you work in the ER. ER is the business part of the hospital, no matter where you are. People, I want you to go to RM, look at RM, go to his YouTube channel. You okay, Johnny? You're gonna have to get down. Can you get down now, baby? Come on. Come on. It's time to get down. Boy, you're a heavy kitty cat. Good boy. Boy, he's heavy. He's a big old tomcat. I'm gonna have to check in. If I'm out tomorrow, see if I can get regular earphones, 'cause these sucks. You know, I know it's hard on people in hospitals, even for police officers, when a young child comes in there. When I had my heart attack, RM, back years ago, I think maybe either 16 or 17, somewhere in that time frame. Them nurses came in there, I guess, every half hour, I guess, to check on me. Women nurses and male nurses. I said, man, I'd rather have women nurses to come in there than I do men, 'cause they're good looking. I want to live, like that. But I want to thank you, RM, for the job you do. I know nurses don't get paid enough money. I, You all deserve to get paid more. That's my opinion. I know your ladies and men who works in the nursing field, you need more money. But you gotta love people when you work in a hospital. You gotta love them. I knew nurses that works in the ER. If they lose a patient, it gets to them. It gets to them because you nurses get close to them. You all get real close to your patients, and you nurses, people, let's give a shout out to all the nurses on this planet, women nurses and male nurses. They don't get enough credit from us, you know. So if you see a nurse, people, where you live, thank them for their service. And if that wasn't for the nurses that took care of me when I had my heart attack, they seemed to care. John Wayne, get down. Get down. Get out. You're not getting up here no more tonight. Well, he minds better than kids sometimes. You tell him to get down, and he turn around and get down. But I'll stop at the dollar store this afternoon, and I missed the Pepsi truck. They didn't put no Pepsi Zeros in the cooler by the cash register. Somebody needs to get fired. Somebody needs to get fired at Pepsi Cola. He is a good boy there, RM. And I'd say I only got one tomcat out here. In my bedroom, I got 7 female kitty cats. I got one, which is, let's see, Nancy. I got to get my blanket or sheet out of the dryer because Nancy loves to get underneath the blanket and sleep down by my feet. I don't know why she wants to sleep down by my feet. I guess she knows my feet gets cold. She knows I'm a diabetic, but I gotta sleep with my socks on. You know, anybody who has diabetes, type 1 or type 2, which I got type 2, I don't want type 1. Because if I had type 1, I could be dead by now. Huh. Yep, I had, what was it? 3 that died in December. One was Mama Blackie. That's the last cat I buried was Mama Blackie. She's the oldest outside cat I had. I'm guessing she was 10 to 15 years old. I'm just guessing. I've been here 6 to 8 years somewhere. I can't remember exactly how long I've been here, but she was bringing her babies over. And when she crossed the road, her babies followed her, and some of them got ran over. And I told Mama Blackie, leave your babies here. I said, they will live. And they have. I'm missing one of Mama Blackie's. I don't know if a fox got her or a cow got her. I don't know what happened to her. I just don't know what happened. But Mama Blackie, I've been letting her come inside maybe 10 or 15 minutes at a time. Then I let her go outside. I've done that for a couple of days. Then I let her stay in all night and she would eat, canned food, cat and wet cat food and some milk. Then she would go outside the next day. It's not uncommon for Mama Blackie to be gone 2 to 5 days. She was gone 2 days. She came back and she was sick. She came in, she ate some dry food, some canned food, drank some milk, went in the bathroom, got in the clothes basket. She usually gets up on the chair in the bathtub and sleeps on that, but she got into the clothes baskets on the clothes. Then John Wayne got in there with her, stayed right with Mama Blackie until she went to kitty cat heaven. I love Mama Blackie. She was a good mama cat. When she came in the house, she changed quite a bit. I could pick her up, pet her, talk to her. She's different when she came inside. But she made it back home, people, to die where I could bury her out there with the other babies, you know. But I miss Mama Blackie. And he did come my great grandma last year. And this year she got two granddaughters who's having babies this year. So that means she'd be a great grandma. That's one thing Mama Blackie always did, people. She took care of her grandbabies. She gave them a bath. She brought him some mice. She catch birds for him to teach him how to hunt. I'm sorry, people, that I'm crying, but you know, Mama Blackie was like my own kids. My cats is like my children. It hurts me when they pass away. And I've lost Mama Tina. She was a Siamese kitty cat. We've been together a long time. I guess 8 years, something like that. I had her when I was in Charlestown. Her and Barry. And Socks was Mama Tina's firstborn. Well, I had a calico cat. Her name was Kelly. Was when I was at the other place, Mama Kelly had her babies in the bathroom underneath the sink 'cause the door was always open. She would get in one of those drawers and had her babies. When she came out to go eat or use the bathroom, Mama Tina would go in there and take care of her babies while she was gone. and Kelly would come back, and and Kelly would look at me like, "Daddy, I'm back. You tell Mama Tina to leave." I said, "Come on, Mama Tina, Kelly back." The Mama Tina come out, and Kelly would get in there and take care of her babies. That's like I say, that's the first Siamese kitty cat I ever had. Every kitty cat got their own personality. What I like about Mama Tina, if I was in bed and I got the blanket on, she would kind of tap me on the shoulder and I look. I raised my arm up with the blanket. She got underneath the blanket to sleep. But every one of Mama Tina's babies was born on the bed underneath the blanket. Why a mama cat would get underneath the blanket and have the babies, I don't know. But she was a good mama kitty cat. I'll never have another Siamese cat like her. I'd love to see a male Siamese cat here. Well, maybe I can have some Siamese babies. I don't know, but tomcats are travel a long way. I'm down to two yellow kitty cats that looks like John Wayne. I did have four, but I'm down to two, and this one just came back a couple of weeks ago after going out catting around somewhere. But I love kitty cats. They're like my kids. And it's time for me to get off of here, people, and go take a hot shower. Maybe it'll help my back out. 'Cause I got one more pain pill left, and I don't want to take it. I try to hold off. I don't take it unless I need it. But when did I cut grass? Wednesday? And I've been picking tree limbs up, using the chainsaw and all that, cutting some limbs off where I can put it in the wheelbarrow to push the wheelbarrow back there to my brush pile. And I've done two, like I say, it'd probably be a week before my back gets feeling better. And since I got a new riding lawnmower, thanks to you YouTube people who has donated through PayPal and the Cash App, you helped me get it. It's not a new one, but it's about probably 5 years old, give or take a little, maybe less than 5 years old. And it's better than one I had, put it that way. Probably to fix my other one, it would take a new mower deck, but well, I'm just going to keep it and maybe use it for parts. Or maybe my mechanic can use it for parts, you know, because the guy down the road to the east of me, he works on lawnmowers. I don't know if he needs parts or what, but I got to ask him if I can ever catch him with his door open. I just have to find out. So people, I can see pretty good, but oh Lordy. I've been on here too long tonight. I thought I was seeing what I was seeing, but I want to thank you all tonight for being here. We talk about everything. When I get back on StreamYard, but my back been hurting. I've been staying in bed, relaxing, taking it easy, and I'll walk to the mailbox, you know, like tomorrow. If I go to the cell barn, if I go in the morning, it depends what time I get up. And I walk around, I get my exercise. And I only got about $10, $11 on me if I can find something there at the sale barn. The sale barn is like a flea market, you know. Them cinnamon things are not hot. Maybe my taste buds done wore out. So, people, remember today is Good Friday. You all know what Good Friday is all about, no matter what country you live in. Remember, Sunday is Easter. And I want to see what kind of Easter serves Bob Joyce has Sunday. So I want everybody to have a good time, have a good Easter. Thank you all that has subscribed to my channel tonight. Thank you all that give me the thumbs up. And thank you all for being my YouTube channel, putting up with me. Yeah, I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best to try to improve. I got one person. That person don't get on here every night. He says I talk about the same thing. Really tonight I haven't. I talk about Easter Sunday. And I've talked about Hope, who's a good looking young lady. I would love to have her my girlfriend. She said I'm an old man. I'm just a sexy senior citizen. But she lives here in Indiana. I'm not going to say where. And because she is a good looking girl, blonde hair. You know, I'm old enough to be her grandpa, but I can see her point. I am old. Can I do my homework? I don't know. You know, there's more into a relationship besides, the three-letter word, companionship, help with the housework, help her with the dishes, rub her back because of hard day work. It be maybe I guess where she lives, maybe a 2 hour drive to where I live, from where she lives. This is just guessing on 100 miles. She might live blah, 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 live less than 100 miles or more than 100 miles. I don't know, but she is a good looking girl. But I can see her point. I'm not going to get upset over it. No, what would we have in common? Well, as by talking to her, we both love kitty cats. That's one thing. We both on computers. I think she got her own YouTube channel. I got mine. You know, that's a couple of things we got in common. I think she believes in God too, and I do. So we got a few things in common. You know, she probably drinks alcohol. I don't drink alcohol. That leaves that out, that part of it out. 'Cause I get crazy when I get drinking. I get real lovable and sexy, so you gotta watch out for that. But I don't miss drinking alcohol. It's been over 25 years from alcohol and drugs of being sober. But Hope does have my phone number, and she has my post office box. I don't think she has my home address. I don't think. I don't know. But she is a good looking blonde. So, people, I went over my limit tonight, but man, I hate these stupid son of a guns. Maybe if I get out tomorrow, go to the sale barn, I might run over to Walmart, see if I can pick up some kind of earphone or something. I don't know. I have to wait and see. I ain't driving to Clarksville to Target because I know Target got one I want, but ain't driving all the way down there. It's about 20, 20, 20 or 22 miles south of me. It's not worth it. It costs me more gasoline to go down there. So, people, you all have a great Easter where you live. I hope you all have a good Friday today or yesterday. It depends what parts of the world you're in. You all have a great Easter Sunday. And thank you all for watching my YouTube channel. God bless you all. Peace. Aloha. Catch you all later. Goodbye, people. You all have sweet dreams tonight when you go to bed. Maybe you dream that you become a millionaire, or you up on in the spaceship, or something like that. So you all goodbye.